It was supposed to be just another harmless neighborhood get together. You know, the kind where everyone stands around with red plastic cups full of cheap wine, pretending we're all closer than we actually are, secretly sizing each other up to see whose life seems more put together. I didn't expect anything out of the ordinary. If only I'd known. That night, the conversation, like it always does, somehow landed on my husband, Mark. Mark, my socially awkward, lovable oddball who never quite finds the right words, who ends up the punchline of every joke, sometimes even his own. I'd spent years rolling my eyes at his failed jokes and little blunders, shrugging it off as just Mark being Mark. But that night, I didn't just shrug. I joined in. Maybe it was the extra glass of Chardonnay, maybe it was the way everyone kept laughing and urging me on, but suddenly I was on a roll, telling stories at Mark's expense. "We love Mark," someone snickered, "but he's a little different. You have no idea." I jumped in, my words tumbling out before I could stop myself. "You should see him try to fix anything. It's like watching a YouTube tutorial in reverse. Every step just makes things worse." The laughter was real. The kind that fills you up, makes you feel like you're on top of the world. So I kept going, telling them about Mark's endless home repair disasters and his tragic sense of direction. By then, I was the star of the show, and everyone was eating it up. What I didn't notice, what I should have noticed, was Mark's face across the patio. He was standing by the grill, spatula in hand, his smile stretched too tight, his shoulders stiff. But the laughter felt too good to stop. I was still grinning when he finally walked over. The whole patio fell silent. "Funny stuff, huh?" he said, his voice so calm it almost sounded cold. 15 years trying to make you happy, and turns out I'm just the punchline at a backyard barbecue. I tried to laugh it off, but he didn't. He just walked away, and suddenly the laughter tasted sour. I told myself he was overreacting. Couples tease each other all the time, right? That's normal. But as I stared out the window later, the guilt kept clawing at me, replaying his words. 15 years. Over and over. The next morning, the texts started coming in. "Karen, my nosy neighbor, checked in. Hope you're okay after last night. Jennifer wanted to grab lunch." Even Dale, Karen's husband, texted, "Mark's a good guy. Hope you work things out." Their sympathy felt like judgment, each message a fresh reminder of what I'd done. And then Karen sent a photo. Mark sitting alone at a coffee shop on the other side of town. He looked not angry, not even sad. Just tired. Resigned. By lunchtime I was pacing circles in the living room, wondering how everything got so twisted. Hadn't we been happy? Sure, we weren't the mushy couple on Facebook, but we were good. Weren't we? I tried calling Mark. No answer. I texted an apology. Nothing. An hour later, another text, "I'm not okay. Please, can we talk?" Still nothing. 4 in the afternoon and my nerves were shot. I started frantically Googling how to fix your marriage after screwing up. I ended up in some random forum, scrolling through post after post, and one comment hit me hard. You can't fix it if they don't want to be fixed. But you can show them you're willing to try. So I tried. I drove to the coffee shop where Mark had been. Already too late, he'd left. I tried his brother Tom's house. Tom just looked at me, arms folded, and asked what happened. I tried to brush it off as just a dumb fight, but he didn't buy it. "You're not everyone," he said quietly. "You're his wife." That night, I sat in our bedroom, surrounded by all the little pieces of Mark's life that he'd left behind. His pillow, his shirts in the closet, his aftershave on the dresser. The house felt off, like it was holding its breath, waiting for him to walk through the door. I kept replaying everything, wondering if I'd really made him feel like a jerk for all those years. The answer terrified me. A few days later, a letter showed up in the mailbox. An actual letter, not a text, not an email. "I've been staying with a friend thinking things through." That night at the party, it wasn't just the jokes. It was realizing you stopped seeing me as your partner a long time ago. I can't be the guy you laugh at so you feel better about yourself. I deserve more. And so do you. I'm filing for divorce. I hope we can handle this respectfully. Take care. I wanted to fight it, to scream and beg. But deep down, I knew he was right. I had spent so long making him the punchline, I forgot how to just love him for who he was. Flaws and all. The divorce was quick. No kids, not much to divide. Mark moved out, settled into a little apartment. The neighbor had moved on, and eventually so did I. Or so I told myself. Every now and then, I'd see him at the store or passing by in his car. He looked peaceful. Maybe not happy, but calm. And every time, it stung. A year has gone by. I'm still here, still piecing things together. Therapy has become a lifeline, helping me untangle all the ways I took love for granted, all the ways I lost myself along the way. Truth is, Mark leaving was the wake-up call I never saw coming, but probably always needed. Do I miss him? Every single day. But now I know. Sometimes the only way to truly love someone is to let them go, especially when you've already let them down.